Welcome everyone to the Anime Eats Gang, where we watch and react to nothing but anime. Right now we're watching Fullmetal Alchemist Season 1, Episode 21.
And it's called Advance of the Fool. But before we get started, we revamped our Patreon tiers for you guys, so be sure that you are checking out those in the description box below, and there will be a link in a pinned comment as well. Fun fact, we have full reactions to the new final season of Attack on Titan.
Oh, we sure do!
So, if you're into Attack on Titan and like our Attack on Titan reactions, be sure that you are heading to Patreon so you can see the full Attack on Titan final season reactions.
Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that bell notification button so you know that when that new AOT come out on Sunday, because you don't want to miss this one. Without further ado, let's get this video started in 3, 2, 1, no. I want my water.
Please forgive me.
There you go.
You gotta stay strong. Don't you ever give up on living. You need to
Oh,
know
yeah.
you can keep your cool no matter what happens.
Sir.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
dang.
continue to rely on
She was
you
about
to
to
watch
die.
my back. Don't let me down.
You ought to think about taking your own advice, Colonel, since you were the one who abandoned his post.
Hey, shut up, Abby! What the hell? Why are we even in the same room? My rank, I should have my own room. Hot nurse.
Or my
I
rank.
understand. It's easier to guard the two of you in the same place.
Which reminds me, why haven't they tried to kill us yet?
What's wrong with you? How could you let that bastard do after what he
Right.
did? You should have yanked his spine out of his mouth! Lust. He killed Lust. It's not too late to kill him, so get to it!
We can use Mustang. He's worthless if we kill him, however.
Use him? Hold on. You mean the portal?
What if I've started to rot?
Huh?
I doubt that my body's getting any nutrients or any sleep either. So even if we get it back from over there.
Ew. He had to cinch his face.
Is he right, Ed?
Now, this is just a hypothesis, but I was thinking about the transmutation and trying to retrace our process. You remember how we mixed our blood to create a blueprint for Mom's soul?
Yeah.
Well, right after that, we passed through the portal, where we were both deconstructed. It's a slim chance, but I think it's possible our spirits might have gotten tangled up in the process.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain that our bodies might be connected somehow, even though I'm here and your body is over there. See, that might actually explain why I'm so short.
He admitted it.
He's starting to face reality.
There, he's starting to face reality.
Do you think you've been supplying all the nutrients for Al's body, too?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Seems a little far-fetched.
Not
What's
really.
your explanation?
You don't grow because you refuse to drink your milk.
Let's start with that again.
Well,
It seems like Brother is always sleeping. I wonder if his body could be resting from mine as well.
until you start drinking it, you have to.
It's not
Drink
gonna
it.
happen. No.
Fine, stay a front.
Or maybe
I
just
hope
in a
so,
metal.
at least. I definitely owe it to the Colonel. He saved me right at the last second.
Are you also dropping by for a visit? And bringing a little present.
I counted the number of steps it took to get to the basement under the third laboratory, and I was able to calculate the approximate location of that doorway. It's not exact since the hallway curved, but I was able to deduce a radius with the lab at the center.
That's Central Command. But this is even more alarming.
It's the presidential estate, right above where we found the homunculi.
Which means there's a very real possibility the Fuhrer is connected to them.
But that doesn't make sense. Why did he kill Greed and his group if he's connected to them?
Right, exactly.
Strange he killed them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he slaughter them before interrogating them?
It's strange, all right. Damn inscrutable. The Fuhrer working with the homunculi. This could be bigger than I ever dreamed.
I'm starting to worry that it's too big.
Too big.
All the more reason to pursue it. So, I hope you're ready to work yourselves ragged.
Yeah, about that, Colonel. I think you're gonna have to count me out.
He's, I'm retired.
Your work requires legs, and I can't feel mine.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
I hate to say it, but I'm retired.
Wow.
Told you. Makes sense. Dang, can't even feel his leg. It's
As long as he
crazy.
doesn't go getting any new girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Any new shady girlfriends.
What brings you down here? Back
It's a
problems.
miracle that he's
My spine
even
can't
alive.
stand the standing that comes of being coroner. I got a sinking feeling when I heard you were the person that scorched that thing. Like accomplices. You'd incinerate them and I'd dissect what's left. We treated them like rats and Ishval was the lab. I know you like to play with fire, but someone will get burnt if you push this too far. You should have warned me earlier. Did somebody get injured?
One of my men. He was paralyzed from the waist down.
Damn. They only let me smoke one of these a day, and I go and waste it. Jeez. You know, I thought I'd retire because of a woman, but not like this.
So what happens next?
My family owns a grocery store, and I can at least take calls.
Is an automail an option?
You acted like he was mad at him?
Like, yeah, like, it's
Like,
fucking me, right?
There's still hope for heaven. Fullmetal.
Motherfucker, dick.
like, oh, well, fine then. Retirement doesn't suit
Shoot,
you.
shoot, shoot.
It's like, okay.
Alchemist in possession of a philosopher's stone.
Philosopher's Stone.
Well, sir, should I find him?
Yes.
Permission granted.
Mm-hmm.
Get going.
Like ASAP. Come on, you gotta go with him. Everybody, come on.
Oh, Major. I didn't expect you back so soon. How did you enjoy your vacation to the east?
Can you shut your mouth?
Loose lips sink ships, Major.
The scenery was luminous and the women desirable.
Before I forget, this just arrived from the Provost Marshal's office. It's an urgent bulletin for all state alchemists.
Good heavens.
Good heavens.
How'd it go?
Easy. I told them I was a state alchemist, and they let me right in with no questions asked.
Did you find the basement?
There wasn't one,
Mm-hmm.
but I did find a trace of some hasty alchemy. It was stupid of us to think that they wouldn't seal up the entrance.
I guess so. Where else are we gonna find a homunculus if we can't get down there?
I'm not sure. Remember how they told me I was their sacrifice and they needed me alive?
They told me the same thing. Les told me that when she found out I opened the portal.
Well, there's one piece of the puzzle. They're looking for alchemists that managed to open the portal and make it back out alive. But the real question is why they want to sacrifice us. So they'll have to beat an answer out of them.
Edward, wait!
What the? Is that Sergeant Brosh?
I'm glad I found you.
Yeah, why don't you tell me what's wrong?
You should go back to your hotel right now. I can escort you if you want me to.
Needs include a tattoo on his right arm.
A tattoo. It was him.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
How the hell do they have voicemail on paper?
So you're saying that Scar killed Winry's
Yeah,
parents?
that's crazy.
I don't know for certain, but that's the way it looks.
Poor Winry. Brother, you weren't planning on telling her, were you?
Of course not, Al. I couldn't stand to be the one to make her cry again.
Neither could I.
It's the last thing I want to do, but we have to confront Scar.
To find out if he did it?
Well, that's one reason, but there is another. We're gonna lure out the homunculi. They need us alive for their sacrifice, don't they?
Yep.
So I doubt they'll be willing to just stand by while Scar kills us.
You think so?
You think so?
Sounds like a pretty big gamble to me.
Well, it's much better than doing nothing.
Oh, really? Because Scar literally tore us apart the last time.
Literally.
Gotten stronger in these past few months.
What
Ooh.
happens if the homunculi do show up? How are you gonna catch one? They're super strong and they pretty much can't die.
Can't die? Was that hyperbole?
Where'd he come
Or
from?
are they actually immortal?
Why don't we lock the windows?
Listen, we'd love to help you guys.
Why is that?
I can't say I care about the military stuff, but it sounds like these homunculi are just what we've been looking for.
Yeah, because you want eternal,
wrong?
right?
You look
Mhm.
kind of skeptical.
Don't get me wrong, I am grateful for the help you've already given. This,
You've got better odds with more help. I'm serious about this. This could be what rescues my clan.
Yep. My clan. Over there, quit?
You're catching an early train to rush back. You know what? You should cancel.
Yeah, you need to cancel that and stay
Stick
here.
around and relax. Huh? I mean, it's just that, you know, well, there's always a chance my arm could get broken. Or even destroyed.
Are you planning on
What?
I've got your soul. Just promise you won't do anything too dangerous.
They always be fucking up the main characters. Like, golly.
Hey, Doc, are you home?
But he's not there no
I could
more,
use
right?
your help with something.
Yeah, he's not there no more. Dude been dead or whatever forever.
Is that so? Report back to base. Yet another dead end.
Well, if you'll excuse me.
Gosh, it must be weird seeing him, knowing that he's suspect.
Who was that?
My mother and an officer from the Veterans Council.
Oh my
I've
God.
decided to go ahead with my retirement.
I don't know for certain if your wounds are inoperable.
I'm not dumb enough to think I have a chance. I'm useless.
You're wrong.
Look, don't try and tell me you need a pawn that can't move. Don't you look at me like that. Forget about me. Move on already. You don't have time to worry about me. You need to think about the promise you made to General Hugh.
So emotional.
All right. You're cut loose.
Like, I bet he's going through it, you know?
Yeah, of course. It's like, it's hard
Leave
enough.
you behind so you can catch up. I've got to keep moving, but I'll see you at the top.
Like, it's hard enough to keep denying it because he doesn't want to go into retirement.
He didn't even think about turning his back on me, and I had given up on living. It's not in him to abandon others. He refuses to.
He's a fool.
He's not gonna make it to the top. This country will chew him up if he keeps on acting this soft.
Well, I don't know about that. This country needs a fool like that, man.
Sure do. Like,
I need you to bring me my uniform.
But you're not
He is
ready
like
to
Earl.
leave the hospital yet, Colonel.
Just go get it.
Right away, sir.
Oh, that's my livelihood, you idiot! I'm really sorry, sir.
The fuck is this?
Sorry's not gonna fix my stand.
Looks like you could use some help.
I'm confused.
It's a good thing I happened by. It's where Elric State
This
Alchemist
gotta be a
Brotherhood.
commercial. Commercial.
I know, I was like, is this a commercial? What
I
is
said
it?
commercial.
That's amazing.
Thank you very much, sir. Please, you have to let me pay you for this. Pay me? Well, that's not necessary, but thank you.
Could you please help me with my broken vase? It's a priceless family heirloom.
Why, no problem at all.
Al's back is killing me.
Look at Al.
That's right. I'm here to help. I'm your friendly neighborhood state alchemist. Don't forget, I'm Edward. Shouldn't you still be in the hospital?
Probably.
I heard about Lieutenant Havoc. I'm sure Dr. Marco.
Hold on. People are watching us. Get in. Let's get out.
I feel like that's every time Al gotta get in.
Looks like it. They probably took him captive. There's something else we need to talk about. I'm sure you've heard that Scar's back. So what's with the showboating? Do you want him to find you?
That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, because remember he wants to. Exactly.
I need to fight him, and you can't talk me out of it.
Have you lost your mind? Did you forget the way he tore you apart in East City?
Ooh, so
Ew.
scared of Big Bad Scar. I'm not surprised considering how useless you were against him.
That wasn't my fault. It was raining that day.
Was it raining when you got beat up and sent to the hospital? You're still
Ew,
useless.
stop. Oh, got that piece on him. There he is.
He got your invite.
You okay? You think it was raining the way your forehead's dripping?
He forever looks like Cable to me, though.
What? You can't
Oh
be
yeah,
serious.
he said that last time.
Yeah. I'm like, Cable?
He said off rip on site.
We're using Brother as bait to lure out the homunculi. He's too important to them.
crazy.
We're not gonna let anyone else get hurt.
That is
Using
crazy.
ourselves as bait was our only option.
What are you going to do if Scar happens to get shot? The MPs might get here before the homunculi.
But you can stop that from happening, can't you, Colonel?
So now I take orders from you, is that it? You've got a lot of nerve. You had better plan on sharing what you catch.
Of course.
Of course. You got bunnies?
Fury's townhouse is close by. Come on, let's go.
Yes, sir. Anytime now.
Hey, get out of the way! We need a clear shot!
Don't shoot! You'll hit my brother!
Damn it! Everything's lost.
They came out there quick too.
How long can I keep this up? Way too close. Hurry up, you stupid homunculi!
But it's like he's not saying much.
Provost Marshals. Got it. You haven't let me down, Fury.
Attention! This is Sector 3 Patrol. We're under attack from Scar. Request
What?
immediate backup. What? No! No!
The voice actor, voice acting in an anime.
But that can't be
He
right.
was so content with
Sector
himself.
17? Then what about Sector 3?
Go there anyway.
Roy Mustang really thought he was hiding his voice.
He's a good
I smell the Ishwalan. He's here. I get to eat him, right?
That's a strange presence. You can feel it too, right?
Yes. The Führer.
And it's time to move.
But why is he not saying much? I don't know. That's kind of weird to me.
Which will it be?
Him, Scar.
Destroy my body or my automail?
Brother!
He never really said much to begin with.
But he could have said 2 lines or something.
He went.
My God, like, finally we met again. Like, I need something.
How reckless can he get? He's got the tattoo.
Bastard. You were the one.
Like, damn, he still ain't saying nothing. I'm
Yeah, I guess he doesn't need to say anything.
I know, right?
You were the one.
Hi! How's it going? That is one pretty unusual body you've got there. Just how many people are inside you?
Who are you?
Don't bother running. I sense your presence, and I can follow it.
Follow me? Then I'll just eat you now.
There it is.
He's a homunculus.
So, you're able to
Here
detect
we
his
go.
presence, are you?
Take up that battle.
Well, that's quite the nuisance. Let's take care of it.
He looked like that battle on the in the intro. Dang, he's quick as hell.
Whoa.
It popped off on us too fast. No.
Oh no.
Look at Gluttony over there.
Waiting for his turn to eat someone.
Fat ass motherfucker.
Ugh. So homeboy is paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh, John. I think his name is Gene.
Yeah, he paralyzed from the waist down. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, because I feel really bad because I say emotional because like he's not being emotional, but it's a lot of emotions like spiraling in his head because he wants to retire, but you know he low-key don't want to retire. Not especially not this way. And he can't move. He can't feel his leg, can't move. His spinal cord all fucked up. And Roy Mustang over here really want him. There's other solutions. Trying to convince him there's other solutions, but he really seemed like there's no other option. There's no other way.
I mean, maybe there is, maybe there isn't, but right now especially he's probably pretty traumatized and down on himself.
Yeah.
And is just in that, I might as well just retire then
And he
type
don't,
of mood.
yeah, he don't want to get his hopes up.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't want to get his hopes up thinking that there is other options. Because then it'll just,
It'll be 10 times,
It'll
because
be
it's already
10
hard
times
enough.
worse. Yeah,
It's
already hard enough.
So yeah, I feel bad for him, but hopefully that ain't the end for him, but we'll see. But Roy though, Roy is like, he's literally, like you said, he's becoming like a Irwin type figure. Irwin from AOT, if you watch AOT.
He really is. Like, I'm not saying that he just like Erwin, because those two are totally different, but the fact on how let's see, how can I explain
his role as a leader.
Yeah.
Because he plays the same type of leadership role that Erwin does, but he's also, I mean, he is being like Erwin recently.
Exactly.
He's like conning everybody.
Exactly.
You know, he's doing these secretive, sketchy plans in order
that
to,
Erwin,
Erwin
exactly. Just like how he did it with Homegirl, trying to acting like he burned her into crisps.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's totally Erwin.
Yeah.
And we don't know exactly what went down in with the war back in the day, but man, every time they bring up the war in front of Mustang, he did a lot of shit during that war.
For sure he did.
For sure he did.
For sure. So, and then we found out that Cable is for sure the guy that killed Winry's parents.
Scar. You said?
I said Cable?
Yeah.
I want to call him Cable so bad. If anybody else sees Scar looks like Cable from X-Men, please leave a comment down below. Like, oh my god.
I was like, who?
He looks just like him.
But Scar is for sure is the one who killed Winry's parents, right?
Yeah.
But like, why you haven't said anything? I feel like he said a lot the last encounter.
I remember him being the strong silent type.
I mean, he didn't say much, but he's low-key had sentences.
I mean,
Mother didn't even give us a one-liner yet.
Okay, he's like, I ain't got nothing to say to you.
Like,
you know what I mean?
At least
like,
that's what I'm saying. At least said, "Oh, we meet again." That's all. That's all I want. He didn't even say anything. He acting really, really mysterious.
Scar's been mysterious from the get-go. It's just crazy that we got the Führer here. We have with the homunculi, and then we have
everybody here, bro.
Scar here. We have the alchemist here. Winry's still in town, right?
Winry's still in town.
And then we still have Roy Mustang and them, and we have the whatchamacallit, the prince or whatever, the one that
that wants to be immortal.
Or what's he trying to do for?
He's trying to be immortal or something like that.
No, but he's
for
trying
his
to do
family,
something for his clan.
I
think because isn't he like about or something about being overthrown or something?
Yeah, or somebody trying to be thrown.
I can't remember because.
But remember, their alchemy is different from their alchemy. Yeah.
Yeah, I know because they recognized like that the little girl. She had the healing. It's healing alchemy.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But yeah, so they're here. So literally everybody that could possibly be in town is in town.
And that's scary for me that I still don't the prince or whatever his name is low key can be using them as well as to getting close to getting that eternal or whatever he's trying to do.
I mean,
but you know, like
it's just like Edward told him, hey, we're on the same side, okay?
For now.
We're on the same side. Like, I feel like he had to remind him that because they don't really know, we don't really know fully if he's, like, to be trusted or whatever yet. You know what I mean? So, don't know yet. Don't know.
Don't know yet.
Don't know. Oh, that's what I want to talk about, but I forgot because it was before the intro. Okay, if you have not watched our past FMAB reaction, FMAB reaction, go back and watch them because I called it. I said
you didn't call anything yet, but go ahead on.
First off, in episode 14, I believe, we saw the father, and he looked just like, they showed like the bottom half of his face pretty much, but he looked exactly like Edward and Al's dad. Right. So then he comes back in the last episode, Father Before the Grave or whatever the name of the episode is, and he's standing there looking all whatever. And I was like, oh, he's here to plant some seeds and manipulate something.
Edward.
And he's trying to find out some information. And because he randomly pops up, drops some information that freaks Edward out and leaves, you know? So I was like, no, there's something behind his actions because he is clearly the father the homunculi referred to. And they confirmed at the beginning of this episode because they said, Father wants us to blah, blah, blah. And
it pans to Edward's father.
Exactly.
But he most definitely part of this whole thing. But what if? I don't know, man. What's his plan? Like, is he really evil? Is he not evil? Is it one of those guys that he's evil, but his intentions or whatever, his method is evil, but like what? his reasoning is really not.
No, I get what you're saying. Is he one of those villains where you listen to what he has to say and be like, ooh.
Like Pain?
Yeah.
Stain, you know? So,
but what I'm saying is he could be either just straight evil because he has a different view of alchemy and this transmutation stuff and the homunculi, and maybe he's doing all of this to try and figure out how to get his wife back. I find that hard to believe, but you know, our brains like to think of like 10 million different scenarios. So that's one thing that he could be doing where you'd be like, dang, so this is the way that you're trying to figure out how to get your wife back or
maybe
whatever.
Not, I don't even think it's a wife.
But then it could be something for the sake of Edward and Al. It could be for them. Or he's just selfish and wants to be all powerful and have eternal life and whatever with, you know, using the homunculi and perfecting whatever formula and drinking the blood and whatever he does. It's weird. But then also he could be doing all of this and using the homunculi. He could be using them, but actually technically be on his son's side. But obviously he can't be doing what he's doing if he's still involved with his family. It's kind of like, you know, he has to take a loner route to do all the hard stuff for a better future type of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. And I don't think it's a mom thing because he said that he been living over 100+ years, right?
Exactly.
So it can't be the wife. It can't be the wife.
I mean, he might have
fell in
love.
But why every, how do you pronounce it? Homunculi?
Homunculi.
Every homunculi.
Or homunculus is single.
Yeah. Why, their names are weird. Why lust? Why greed? Why gluttony? Why, you know? Mm-hmm. But they all sort of act like that. They act their name.
Right.
Lust is very, you know, you fall in love with lust. Then gluttony, always want to eat and all the time. And then greed was greedy, right? What's the other dude? So that's kind of weird.
It might have to do with what their personality type was before they became a homunculi or homunculus. Because when we know these are like, for the most part, I mean, they're people. Mm-hmm. We don't know if that body is their original body, but we know that the soul within it is a person's soul. So maybe they're amplifying their personality trait, whatever that was. You know?
What's the difference between, I mean, there is a huge difference, but homunculi and Al and the butcher guy, they're different. Not except because like homunculi got the tattoo, right?
Yeah.
The butcher guy is different from homunculi, but they kind of are the same. But obviously,
they are only different because they're not in a human body.
They are in a human.
Al.
I mean, not Les.
No, I'm talking about Al and
no. Scratch Al.
The murderer.
The murderer and homunculi are in. No, they're not. No,
I was gonna say no. They're in 10 bodies.
But
and I feel like that has to do with whatever their dad knows that they don't know, because they desperately attached Al's soul to something so he could function. You know, but he's over here having them have whole bodies and everything, and who knows? It could be the people's original bodies with the original soul inside of it, and he just found a way to perfect whatever he's doing,
almost perfect
it to where they can keep that body and become eternal beings with power, with the power that they use. You know?
It's crazy because they really want Al and Edward, because why do they want somebody who went in that realm and came back out alive?
Yeah.
Like they trying to get somebody in there. They're trying to get somebody.
That's
in there.
another thing is that they kept talking about the portal. They mentioned it
the
a few
portal.
times. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they mentioned it in the beginning too. They mentioned the portal. So that portal is, from what we understand, that space during the transmutation ritual that Ed and Al got stuck in. Mm-hmm. So obviously, again, the father, he knows something. He knows more about this portal and how to use it to his advantage than Edward and Al do.
Yeah, and they need Mustang for it too. That's why they kept him alive for some reason. So,
and the Fuhrer, his position is interesting to me. I don't think...
Who's that?
The scary guy that just went off at the end of the episode. Because the Fuhrer is the title that he has. Because he's like a big,
you talking about the dude that Yeah, that came in blazing. Yeah.
Yeah, the scariest
Why
one
is
out
he
there.
lit, bro?
But
Like, why is he so badass?
His position is the craziest to me because he's like, I feel like he's playing both sides for his own benefit. I feel like he's one of those that's kind of playing both sides for his own benefit. You know, I don't know what his ultimate goal is.
That'd be so cool because, like, yeah, I'm a homunculi, but nigga, no, I got my own plans.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense if he did because he's just so
lit.
I can't see him being committed to either side. You know what I mean? I just can't see it. So
yeah,
very good episode.
Or maybe he using Roy Mustang. Maybe he didn't kill Roy Mustang. Maybe that's what it is because maybe he saw Roy Mustang killing Les. He said.
Yeah.
And then maybe he wants to use Roy Mustang to kill father.
See, but that's
whatever.
That's what I'm saying. That's a good idea too.
Yeah.
But also remember I said maybe lust was in his way. Also, remember he clearly doesn't care about the other homunculi. He doesn't care. That's even more proof
because he killed greed in
that's
them.
even more proof that he's not really on anyone's team or whatever he's doing has a bigger purpose for himself probably. Or the father. I don't think the father necessarily cares about them either. So maybe the father and the Führer are working together and the homunculi are just their pawns.
That's so crazy.
You know? So there's so many different...
It's
like a huge cobweb of stuff that could be going on. So,
we feel like we covered everything. If we didn't, go down to the comment section down below. We can have a discussion there. But please, no spoilers. Until next time, adios.